Hey everybody, Pastor Frank coming to you live via a recorded message. I'm outside today. It's a nice sunny day outside, so I hope you get a chance after you've watched this to go outside and enjoy the sun while it's out. But I wanted to stop by this afternoon because this morning I realized, I was looking at my calendar, that there are 10 Sundays left until Easter. There are 2 Sundays left in February, 5 in March, and Easter's the 3rd Sunday of April. That realization led me to be in a state of panic, but I'll get over that. But I'm thinking about how are we going to celebrate Easter? And I don't mean just the worship's going to be great, of course. The fellowship, the warm, inviting atmosphere, of course, it's grace. But how are we going to make ourselves ready for Easter? And I feel like the best way to do that is to engage with the gifts that God has given to us. I'll never forget, my ministry began by being engaged with my home church in ministry. I got involved with the youth group. That led to becoming a youth pastor. That led to going to seminary. That led to 20 plus years of ordained ministry in the United Methodist Church. But it all started with getting myself out of my comfort zone, literally off of my mom and dad's couch and into ministry. The church has all kinds of needs, and you have wonderful gifts that the church could use. So let's put those two things together, the church's need and your specific gifts. If you go to the church's website, you'll find a page that says Get Involved. If you point at that, a little menu will pop up, and then there's another link that says Take Action. Click on that Take Action link and it'll take you to a survey. The first 2 questions in that survey say things like, what do you love to do? What are your personal gifts? What are your skills? The second question says, what can you offer? That might be, hey, what do you do for a living? Or if you're retired, what was your career? What kind of skills do you have? After you've answered those questions, that's when you start getting into specific areas of need. And I'll just lift up a couple of those that have been mentioned to me recently in staff meetings. One is that we need people to count money on Sunday mornings. If you've been around the church for a while and you can count, if you're a member of the church and you can count money, and you can spare 20 minutes on a Sunday after worship, we could use you. A huge area of need right now is on our Wednesday nights with our Grace Kids program. We don't need kids, we've got kids. Matter of fact, that program is growing with kids every year. But our pool of adult volunteers with our children is decreasing. And so we need people who love Jesus and who love kids to come hang out with kids for 90 minutes, have a meal with them, have an activity with them, some kind of mission project. It's not a huge commitment, but it's so much fun and so much joy is possible just to step out in faith. We could use that help. I don't know how many churches in our district, in our area, are struggling because they don't have kids. Grace has an abundance of kids, but that takes commitment on the adults. And so I hope that you can plug in there. But really, there are places to serve all over the congregation, and there are even things that we haven't even dreamed of yet that you could be offering. So when we become part of a United Methodist Church, we say we're going to support it with our prayers, our presence, our gifts, our service, and our witness. All of those things are vital for the health of a church. It takes all of us using our gifts to make the church stronger and better. So how's God calling you? We have our minds focused on kind of big picture things right now. We're thinking about the church conference that's coming up in 9 days, a week from Sunday, about the property to the north of us. We're thinking about the general conference of the church that begins a week from tomorrow. But y'all, it's the day-to-day stuff. It's the Sunday to Sunday stuff that makes what happens in a church vital. And so as we go through these next 10 Sundays together, think about the gifts that you have, the skills, the passions that you have, and let's try to meet those things with what the church can offer. I promise You have specific gifts that can be used to help someone else know Christ. And if you use those gifts, you will discover an abundance of joy welling up inside of you. So spend the next few moments, go outside, enjoy the sun, think about how can God use you? How can you support Grace with your prayers, presence, gifts, service, and witness? And I'll see you Sunday morning. Take care.